Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome to Life of Naman, and this is the Travel Euphoria Part 2. And as you've already read the title, it's about the Rupin Pass trek. 1 year ago, I was on the Rupin Pass trek. My batch was 2nd June to 10th of June. It's the best travel/trek story that has happened in my life. Those 8 days were fabulous, and this was my first solo travel/trek. After this, I also went to Chitkul in 2019. In December 2019. The Travel Euphoria Part 1 is all about it. If you haven't seen the video, link in the description and also in the show notes above. In this part of Travel Euphoria, I'm gonna talk about all that happened on the Rupin Pass trek, every event that really happened on the Rupin Pass trek. So first of all, I want to give the context of this video. I went with India Hikes. It's the biggest organization in India for trekking, and I booked the 2 to 10 June slot. There were 15 other members with me in the group, and we formed a WhatsApp group and we chatted a bit about ourselves. And fun fact, I was the youngest on this trek. When we formed the WhatsApp group, I was the youngest, of course, and the range of the group was 21 to 46. There was also this another guy from Gujarat who was also 21. So we two were the youngest people in the group, and we were thrilled. I was thrilled for this Rupin Pass trek because before this trek, I went to Prashar Lake trek and been to Brahmtal trek also, but those were not with some organizations or something like that. Those were like with friends trek, and this was totally with an organization, the India Hikes. And India Hikes is a great organization. They have the best management, they have the best trek leaders, they have the best food on 15,000 feet. Not 15,000, 13,000 to 14,000 feet, but yeah, they are the best. Also, another fun fact, when there is like 7,000, 8,000 feet, I don't remember exactly, they were serving us hot gulab jamuns at 7,000, 8,000 feet. India Hikes, you're a damn good organization. And most of the people that participate in the India Hike treks are mostly from Bangalore because it's the headquarters of this organization in Bangalore. But yeah, I've met a lot of people from Gujarat. I've met a lot of people from Tamil. And I was the only one in the group who was from Punjab, who was living in Punjab. There was a person who was living in Mumbai but was originally from Punjab. But I was the only one who was living in Punjab. That's crazy. I get it. You can go to Triun like 5-6 times, but you can also try India Hikes for once. That is why I opted India Hikes, because I beforehand knew that this organization is good, and the organization management is gonna be good. The quality of the quality of trek they provide, it's gonna be good. So that is why I chose India Hikes, and price is almost same for all the organizations for Rupin Pass trek. I haven't checked for all the treks, but for Rupin Pass trek, I think it's about 15,000 to 16,000 rupees for all the organization. For India Hikes, it's about 16,000 with taxes. So without any further ado, I'm gonna start with the Travel Euphoria itself. So alright, the date was 1st of June. I was in a bus to Dehradun. Wow, that rhymed nicely. It was a late night bus, and on my journey itself, I met a traveler. He was a Dehradun localite and he was coming from Delhi itself. I actually boarded from Kashmiri Gate also. So I was in Delhi that time, and I was really, really excited that time that finally I'm going to a trek now after Prashar Lake and blah 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 treks. But yeah, this is gonna be a heck of a trek. I know that because it's in the category of normal to difficult. So I met this guy and we had some fun conversations about Delhi and South Delhi in particular. And we stopped at chai stops. The night just went by very very quickly. So I don't know where the bus actually stopped, in the middle of Dehradun somewhere. So the guy told me how to board rickshaw to the railway station, and I did that, and successfully I was at DDN Junction. And DDN Junction is the place where I'm gonna meet all the other 15 trekkers in the group. We're gonna be family for next 8 days, and also for the rest of our life, because we are still together in the WhatsApp group. So we chat sometimes, but yeah, the bond that we make on this trek, it's gonna be very permanent. So I met the trekkers, and actually at the DDN Junction, India Hikes people assemble the taxis to the base camp of Rupin Pass trek. The base camp of the Rupin Pass trek is Dhola, which is at about 5,000 something feet. You're gonna see exactly how much feet it is in the picture, which I'm gonna lay over this voice. Basically, I met the fellow trekkers. There were some conversations going on. I mean, new people, new conversations. It's always great to meet new people and great to meet fellow trekkers. I mean, you start talking about what treks you have done in the past and what made you choose Rupin Pass this time. So we sat on to our shared taxi, and there was actually tempo travel in which we were sitting, and there were about 12 to 13 people in the tempo traveler. And yeah, the journey began, and it's gonna be a 10-hour journey. So basically we started at about 7:38 a.m, and so we're gonna reach at about 7 p.m in the night at our base camp of Rupin Pass. At about 11 a.m, 12 p.m ish, we did our breakfast at a dhaba on the way, and we ate parathas, and I don't know, there were bread toast kind of, and gelling out with the team for the next 8 days. So the journey was boring and blah 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 blah, and we reach at Dhola, and at Dhola we're gonna be meeting our trek leaders, the main trek leader and one of his assistant leader. Alright, day 0 of the Rupin Pass trek, and we are already at the base camp Dhola. We are meeting our trek leader and his assistant and all the kitchen staff. So basically we're just uniting as a team right now, and introduction is going on. Basically everyone is introducing themselves and all the treks they have done and why they chose Rupin Pass, and a lot of cool stuff. And the weather is already getting a bit chilly, seriously, at about 5,000 feet where the base camp of Rupin Pass is Dhola. The weather is kind of okay. I mean, we were feeling good that we are feeling away from the city. We are feeling great in this June weather. And the weather is good at Dhola, and we are instructed about everything. I mean, starting things basically. And on this day, the time we reached, actually we did a discussion, and after that we went to drink tea. The tea always India Hikes makes is it's kind of a black tea, but of course why they make black tea without sugar, I don't recall exactly. I mean, the tea is very good that they make, and also they offer snacks with it the first day. So we do our snacks. Actually, we do our snacks first, and then we go to introduce ourselves. And the team is very good. The people are very good. The people are from all parts of the nation. I mean, not all parts of the nation, but again, people are from south, people are from north, people are from east, people are from west. So we get to meet our trek leader and his assistant, and then on the same night we get to see this beautiful sky full of stars. I mean, at 5,000 feet we get to see a sky full of beautiful stars. And on that night, after dinnering, I mean after doing our dinner, we gather to collect items which can be lend from India Hikes. You can lend anything actually. You can lend like boots. You can lend torch. Um, you can lend a lot of things. I mean, if you haven't bought maybe a lot of things for the trek needed, you can lend trek poles. So you can lend a lot of things, and the charges are basically of per day. So basically they add up and you pay the amount on the last day of the trek. So I don't know with other organizations, but this is very specific to India Hikes that they mention three timings. First timing is the time when you wake up, and the second timing is when the tea will be served, and the third and tea I mean yeah tea will be served, and the third timing is when you will go and start the trek. So basically 6, 7, 8 was the timing for the first day. Like 6 is I guess the time when the tea is served. 7 is basically you pack all the stuff, and 8 is go time. So basically on the first day, I think all of us were a bit late, 8:30 to 9ish something. But yeah, it was the first day, so our trek leader was like, it's okay, it's the first day, but don't be this for the rest of the trek, because there are gonna be times when the times are gonna be 4, 5, 6 kindish. So you must be seeing on the screen right now that we are leaving from the base camp, and this is the first day, and we are very thrilled to begin our 8 days of trek, and to see everything that comes in between. First day of trek wasn't very special because it consists of a lot of rock climbing. It consists of a bit of scenery change, but I won't say a lot of scenery change, because it was just the first day. It started in a jungle, and it wasn't that special. I mean, you get to climb on rocks, you get to go through jungle, but yeah, apart from that, there wasn't a lot of scenery change. And our mission for the first day was to reach a village of Seva Gaon. So it took us about 6 to 7 hours to reach Seva at about 2 p.m. At around lunchtime, we reached Seva Gaon. And again, as you are seeing on the screen, these are all the visuals from Dhola to Seva itself. I was recording and climbing. It wasn't that much of a scenery change, but it was nice to get yourself moving on the day one of the trek. We get to trek along the Rupin River, and Rupin River is kind of visible on a lot of days of the trek. We reach our campsite, and basically it's the first lunch in our trek basically, and we get to eat good food at Seva. And Seva is where there will be no cell connection. I mean, at Dhola also I think there was no cell connection. Cell connection just drops at after Dhola, I guess. You will get to charge your electronic devices till the 4th and or the 5th day of the trek. So after that there will be no chargers. You have to carry your own portable chargers, but apart from that there won't be any sockets. So the first day we chill out a bit, and after just completing the trek, we do our cool down exercises of about 15 to 20 minutes, and it was amazing to do cool down because our body was in run on the first day of the trek. So it was nice to do cool down and get ready for the upcoming days, because Rupin Pass is a long trek. It is of 60 kilometers in a span of 7 to 8 days. So it's a long trek. Every day you get to do around 10 to 11 to 12, 13 kilometers every day. I won't exactly recall, but I think at Jiskun that there were some shops in the village, but I don't think there were shops in Seva village. But again, I don't recall exactly. But at Seva there were some kids that were playing cricket out of their homes. in the village, and which was very close to our camp. Our camp for today was a homestay. After only fourth or fifth day, you're gonna get into tents. Basically, before that, you will be staying into homestays. It was a great day at Seva. Our trek leader basically conducted a very fun game, which includes that you have to dedicate an adjective to a person's initials, and that's gonna repeat basically. So, like, we are 15 members in this group, and then the first one is given some name, and then the second one is gonna repeat his name, and also gonna add his own name. So basically, it's a repetitive thing. You have to remember that name that is associated with each person's name. So I was Notorious Naman. I precisely remember it because I gave it myself, and I remembered every person's initials. You have to speak every person's, and then you have to speak yours, Notorious Naman, and the chain is gonna go. And the last was our trek leader, who was gonna say every person's adjective and with its name, and then he's gonna name himself. It was a very fun game, and after that also we talked about some random mountaineering facts, and we slept good that night. And after that day, we were ready to get to our next camp, that was Jiskun. And on the second day of the trek, it was effing chilly. I mean, it was chilly at about 5 a.m. in the morning, and we got up early because the the timing for today was 5, 6, 7. Our trek leader was very strict about it, so yeah, we got up, and we got up very early, seeing the stars in the sky. We were ready to get our second day going to the Jiskun. Was gonna be the main motive of our second day of trek, to reach Jiskun base camp, to reach Jiskun camp. Trek for the second day was very good because you get to see the Rupin River right along with you. I mean, it is right. You're walking right along with the Rupin River. The second day of the trek was about gaining some height, and I almost forgot that we saw a temple in the Seva village. Basically, the second day when we were leaving for Jiskun camp, we saw a very big temple in Seva, and it was magnificent. And we were leaving for Jiskun, and basically for the agenda for the day was to gain some height, because the kilometers was not that much. It was only 8 kilometers from Seva to Jiskun, and it took us 5 to 6 hours. So yeah, I remember exactly that there were local stores in Jiskun where people bought some, gear for themselves for the trek. And I think I bought something there too, but I don't exactly remember. I think it was a neck warmer. In this village, we get to meet a very cute baby with his dadi. And it was kind of an end of the village where we walked till team members were walking till, and we explored some local stores. At this Jiskun base camp, we had gulab jamuns, I guess, at the lunch, if I remember exactly, and we actually had great dinner, lunch and breakfast the other morning also.